Hello, Venita.
Hello, hero.
Welcome to your session.
I need lots of therapy currently.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
It's always great to see you.
Wait, the last time we saw, was it at the
Naija?
Nice.
Competitive conditions.
Very, very competitive.
Yes, which you know.
I know. I know. So, but how do you feel? How do you really feel?
I feel okay, to be honest. The mixed, feelings here and there. You'll come out, you'll watch clips of, one or two things that maybe a couple people said that you're like, oh wow, did that happen? You'll read one or two tweets, that are, negative, but then there's the opposite end where they're extremely positive.
Yeah.
You'll see different kind of headlines. Normal stuff. I've been in the game for a minute, so it's not new, but it's every time, it's like the volume is on 1,000 right now. So I'm just taking what is necessary in, and of course I have a really, really good support system. So I'm pretty solid, thankfully. And my fan base is crazy. I love it. I love it. They're holding me down. So I wouldn't say I came out at the scathing end. Yeah, I'm pretty content with my journey.
Would you say that you regret anything in the house?
Not particularly. But there is one thing that I feel kind of got twisted a little bit, which is a statement that I made about TIV people. My daughters are actually TIV, so there's no way I would be trying to make any kind of malicious or slanderous comment towards their people. Actually, in my season, we did a whole play based around that, of which I participated and was super, super excited. So, sometimes you'll say some things, maybe a little bit carelessly, and I think it got really misconstrued. And for those that are offended by it, I'm regretful about that. But everything else is pretty much myself. You know this already. You actually know me in real life.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I'm going to throw you under the bus. So yes, I don't think I did anything that was particularly outside of character. Did I have to bend a little bit due to conditions? Maybe small. I don't like conspiring and all of that very much. But no, I had a very, very wholesome journey. Yeah.
Yes, you did. And I think one of the most misunderstood moments was a viral clip of you crying. I think you were saying something about Mercy has everything she wants in life.
So that was weird to me that people took that whole thing the way they did, because I was being vulnerable. I was in tears and I was speaking. I wouldn't say I was shouting. I wasn't angry. So it wasn't intended in a malicious way. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that somebody has. I have my perception of what I think is everything.
Right.
She may have a completely different perception of what she thinks is everything. And we have had this conversation. To her, I've had kids and all of this, and that's the one thing she's waiting to do. To me, I'm like, okay, well, you're quite secure. Your business is running. You've bought your home, etc. And so it's very interesting. It's just perspective. And I just think it's strange that that was marketed in a funny way. And I don't think it's bad if I say that you have everything. That means the things that I perceive you to have, you are balanced, you are well, and things are good for you.
Yeah.
So I found that really interesting spin, but PR will do what they have to do to help whoever's, whatever story they want to say. But I don't. That's something we've had conversations, and I'm like, you're set. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about this. I'm still worried about this. And she's like, that's what you're worrying about. Me, I'm not even worried about that one. You are sure now. It's you that wants to do it like this way. Me, you have this. I really would like to have this. So it is normal. It's not. I really do find it quite puzzling. How that was maneuvered to be seen as malicious. It's so strange to me.
It's all right, Venita.
No, it's just strange. But like you said, like I said, it is part of. I can't choose who is spinning what.
Yeah, what's that narrative that you don't like that some people have now that you're out of the hostel's house?
I wish I could, this is like really, it's going to be the weirdest answer, but I wish I could say, oh, I completely don't like this or I completely don't like that. There will be things that you see about yourself that you're like, how? Or you'll be like, that's really negative. But again, I've been blessed to actually be well seasoned in this field. So I know better. Whatever anyone's opinion is does not define me at all. Like you said, not everybody has access to me. As long as the people that I care about the most, you know, we're kind of on the same page, I'm okay. It's very important to validate yourself, not by your numbers, not by people's opinions, not by people's stories. So
if you had the chance, what would you rather people focus on when they see Venita, when they think of Venita? What should people focus on?
I mean, they should be focused on everything that I can do work-wise. Creatively, you know, I'm totally smitten with creative industries. Most people know me for, like I said, for TV in front of the camera, but I do want to work behind the camera. I do want to do, you know, produce adverts. I do want to put together people's campaigns and direct that, that kind of thing. I can, there's a lot that I can do that I do very, very well. So I would like people to focus on that. But you know, reality, there will be some other aspects that will come into the mix, but that's, it's entertainment, it's not today.
Yeah, you know, in reality TV, half the time people are really invested in your personal stories, right?
Yes.
It's like and that's why I missed all of the talents you displayed in the house. I missed all of the creative genius that you displayed and the information that you had in your head, even when it had to do with quizzes and tax and all of that. You'd see that the major highlights, the major thing a lot of people in that particular field has just been talking about is, relationship, this,
but you can't blame them
this,
now.
that, and that.
I'll tell you why I'm not even pressed about it.
Yeah.
Even when I got married, people still were not quite sure who I got married to, how the relationship turned out, and I was still a public figure then, on a much smaller scale, obviously, but they're like, it came as a shock to them. So I've always been somebody who's been very private about her personal life. So of course, if there's somebody that is generally, we don't really know who they're dating or, you know, how their feelings work in this way, and then it's available. Man, I would like to see how your love life pans out. I will subscribe to watching that hero. Definitely, because I don't know how you move on that track. So it's curiosity. I get it. I understand it. But I think I spend a healthy amount of time also doing a lot of other things as well.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like, you know, for example, I didn't do so much acting. I don't need to overly prove, you know, not in any kind of shady way. I am an AMVCA nominee. So, you know, why not show you the other things that I can do as well? But I understand their interest in my personal life. I'm interested in my personal life. So I get it.
Yeah, it's fine. I think keeping your personal life private also works.
That works for me. And I think I was saying to somebody that even if I decide to go left or right, I'm probably not going to be like putting it on a billboard. You know, if you're lucky and you're slick, you might catch some more here and there. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what would you really like to talk about, Venita?
What would I really like to talk about?
Yeah.
Probably moving forward, actually. So there's so much I want to do, and with this huge rush now, I'm not going to lie, I didn't expect to have this amount of love. I didn't expect to have this amount of traction. You know, like even before you hit record, I was asking you, explain to me what is actually happening, because I don't get it. It's quite overwhelming. And I feel challenged to step up to some kind of plates, work-wise. So definitely, I plan to launch a creative consultancy agency. So please hire me, hero. Let me do one or two things for you. I'll give you a nice discount. And that's something, for the first time, I want to actually take this this force that is supporting me, I would like them to also be a part of it. It is a bit scary because now there's going to be people holding me accountable for wielding the gifts that I have. So that's going to be an interesting journey. And then having to rebalance it with what is already normal lifestyle for me, which is obviously mothering. And I do have a project close to my heart that I want to do. I actually studied a particular degree. I've never gone after the direct line of work that is associated with that for like, I'm not confident with it or whichever.
Yeah.
So it's everything to come, and it's exciting. I'm scared of what I can do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know that I'm definitely going to carry cutlass to get to where I need to do what I need to.
What would you say has been like the lowest moment of your life?
Of my life?
Yes. It doesn't have to be during the show.
It's definitely not something that happened on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not something that happened on camera. It happened such a long time ago. It's hard for me to even recognize those thoughts and that person. But I just remember making a decision that I would never want to feel. Like somebody that was helpless, or somebody that was useless, or somebody who was just if they vanished, who would notice? I think some people have had times like that. And it's a very horrible place to be in. You wouldn't even know how you reached there. You would now say, hey, did I just think that out loud, or did I just say that out loud to myself? Yeah. So there's a low where you can reach in life where you're at just complete dissolute despair. And I'm quite an intense person in terms of emotions, like you said. So I was just like, this is a very dangerous place to be in. I don't ever want to feel like this. I don't even ever want my worst enemy to feel like this. So what I'm going to do is always put a step towards something every day that makes me feel like I have a use or I have a purpose. If something, even if it's that, okay, I just want to tidy up this corner of this place, and seeing it tidy will make me feel good. I try to do one thing proactive a day that allows me to feel like I did something. If it's not a thing, it can be an act of service. You literally can buy a coffee for the person behind you. Yeah. Or you can just maybe do something that you like, read, paint, do whichever. Just go and visit that friend that you haven't seen for a long time. So as long as you're always trying to just do something proactive, you can never find yourself at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this person was someone you really cared about and someone that meant so much to you. And this person made you feel not seen.
I would not blame it on a person. People can contribute to negativity, but there has to be a lot of yourself that is negative for you to attach to it intimately. There has to be something in you that says, maybe I'm not so, because now, if you say something negative to me, I probably will not be internalizing it unless there's some part of it that maybe I think might be true, but that comes from, steady flogging. They flog me all the time outside. So I do have thick skin, very, very thick skin, but no, I won't attribute it just to a person. People can play a part of your story, but you are most responsible for how you feel about you. Okay. I believe that very much.
It's fine. It's all very confusing, and the reason why it's all very confusing is you're speaking in a manner where you are trying to say something, but you're also trying not to give out so much, in the sense that you don't want to attach names, you don't want to attach specific scenarios.
No, I won't attach names because we all have times where this person did this to me, I feel so bad. Yeah. So now you need to ask yourself, why do you feel bad? Which part of it is paining you? Why is it paining you? Does that mean that, okay, this is true? So you have to really dissect, it's very easy to blame people for the way you feel. There's also a part of you that is raw to that side. Why? If it's not true or if it's not applicable, why is it painful? How? Is it because it's affecting your work? Is it because it's affecting you in interpersonal relationships? There's a lot of dissecting. And I've been through a lot of different types of lows in life and always found a way to come back around full circle. So that's why I'm saying I can't pinpoint and say one person did this. There's still my handwork in how I carried myself into that place. There's still some enabling that I did, you know, so you have to also take accountability, and it's not easy. The minute you start to walk your own steps and start to judge yourself the same way you're judging the person or the situation harshly, you can learn to start to balance. So it's mental training. If you consistently blame others for your problems, that's not good, because you are also part of how they engage you in getting into these problems. You have to train your mind. Like, if you want to be buff and have a six-pack, you go to the gym, you push weights, the muscles get bigger. So if someone sees you and they're like, hey, I'm going to punch you, they'll think twice, as opposed to if you don't gym at all, maybe you're smaller. So as long as your mind is gymming, you're going to be able to bounce back.
Venita Venita. It's the final week. Most of the time people would weigh in on who they think will stand a good chance of winning. If you want to do that, you can. If you don't want to do it, we'll just wrap up the interview.
I swear to God, ever since White Money left, I say I don't go try predict anything again, because if you had told me that these final, how many is it, 6 now? 6 would have been the final 6, I would not necessarily have said yes or I agree, you know, at all. But most of the people who stayed to the later part of the game are finalists, are winners. I don't know who is going to win. At this point, it's really down to politics outside, I would say. But what I would like to see is for, you know, a winner that is well-rounded and has given us a bit of everything as much as possible. And I also would like to encourage people to understand that even then, the individual is most likely not going to be perfect.
Of course.
And even on their journey as well, they will make mistakes. So I think people should just try and be, advice where Biggie give me, be kinder. So I'm taking that advice on board, but I guess the pressure on the person when they come out, I'm not envying them more.
Right.
I swear. I don't know how it's going to be. We shall see. We shall see.
I get it. You know, I've said these statements maybe a billion times, that you wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yes.
You are a lover girl. Why have you been consistent with just being a lover girl, you know, despite what you've probably been through in your personal life?
Do you know me as a lover girl?
No. I don't.
Exactly.
Oh, so was it a game or what?
No, I'm just saying I'm generally not open, not intentionally, but with everything that I do, it's very difficult to create time to spend, you know, with somebody, and my tolerance level for some things is not, you know, the best. I don't have time for rubbish. I got work, I got kids, I got different things to do.
So this afforded you the opportunity to actually...
This afforded me the opportunity to explore a side that I have not opened in a very long time. And yeah, it was interesting watching myself. But it's nice to know that that part exists still. So because it's something that I know, even like my brother would say to me, you know, you're getting very hard. It's like you're forgetting what it's like to be a babe. You know, and even my youngest brother is like, oh, I'm praying that he reach. You know, my mother is here. She's part of that WhatsApp group. So it would have must have just been weird for them, especially to be like, So you now finally decide that you want to open up, and this is how it's here. Like, oh God, my begin. No,
does your mother still, like, does she pressure you in any way in that regard?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. No, she doesn't.
Okay.
Only when I'm just like, when I say radical things, she'll be like, rebuke it in God's name. You are young. If you want to marry, you will marry. And I'm like, you know. But she's my mom, and she also grew up in a different time. And she's a woman who held her home for several decades, with 4 children, you know, so you can see.
Yeah.
My mom's quite happy. If you want to bring more grandchildren, feel free. But yeah.
I wish I could ask her mommy, do you still want more kids? For her?
God has a plan for her, and God will fulfill his plan.
Amen.
Okay.
You see? So no pressure.
Yeah.
But she's open. So that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm very blessed. My family is literally the perfect balance of traditional and contemporary.
Yeah.
You know, they're very exposed, well cultured, generally quite educated. Obviously, this is my whole immediate family now.
Yeah.
So nobody is judging or trying to put whichever person.
Right.
You get where you go reach where person could feel come here, sit down, one for you. But not nobody pressurizes anybody. Highest, we look for understanding first.
Yeah.
And then we move forward from there.
Okay.
So yes, I'm lucky. Very lucky.
So are we gonna be seeing love from Venita's side?
Hey. But I didn't show the love before. I need to show anything that I did love before now.
Okay.
If I'm loving, you will not know. If I'm not loving, you will not know.
All right.
Only maybe 1 or 2 friends will know. Generally, that's the way I live my life.
Yeah.
So yes, I can't tell you what's the line Mommy said. God's plan, God will fulfill. God's plan, God will fulfill. But at least I know say it work. I'm not the complete ice cream. So we bless God. You are working.
Thank you so much for speaking with me, Venita.
You're welcome.
And just keep being you. Keep being your authentic self. And
thank you.
I would always say this: the world will always adjust.
That's
when the chips
it.
are down, the chips are down, it's just the people that genuinely love you and your immediate support system that matters.
That's literally it.
That's it.
That's it. And I'm very thankful to them for that. They know that. I wish I was Bill Gates and I can take them all on holiday tomorrow. But don't worry, Bill Gates' money is coming. Okay?
Thank you.
No worries, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hero. What's up, guys? It's Venita Akpofure, and I just finished my therapy session with Hero Daniels. How do I feel? I feel good. I still feel very balanced, but most importantly, I feel very grateful. For those of you who just started this journey with me, those that started when I was in AY's crib, those that joined me from Mukulu or flatmates, those that joined me from Big Brother, or those that are even just joining me now in All Stars, or those people from Unmarried, I just want to tell you thank you. Thank you to all my unicorns, all my friends, my supporters. The love is unreal, and I'm definitely going to matching up to all that you expect of me. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat. You can find me on TikTok too. Yes. And just stay locked in on your screen as well. Just put on your notifications for my updates. I'm going to give you now the food. Don't worry yourself. Signing out.